Hey guys, what's going on? This is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am saying welcome to another episode of Hello World. Yes. How are you guys? I'm trying my best to capture myself in cool, subtle images versus because I don't know, YouTube likes to do, well, not YouTube, but StreamYard likes to do these little still shots, and then when I look at the actual YouTube, I look like I'm doing crazy things. So I'm trying to stay still. How is everybody doing this lovely evening? I hope you had an amazing day. You know what I have to do first? I need to check to see if I am buffering. Wow, my eye is dripping. Sorry about that, guys. Um, so yeah, I'm not buffering, so that's a good thing. Oh wait, I had the camera all in the face. I'm not buffering. I didn't even check to see how everything around me was looking. My surroundings look okay. Can't complain about that. But yes, all is well. All is well in the hood. So yes. So how is everyone doing? And I have to remind you guys to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells if you can. And also, please, please, please share the stream out. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'm going to do that now as we speak because why not, right? We want people to see what we're talking about and to also you know, just be a part of something different, something new, something be the difference. And it's true. Yes. Anyway, so how was everyone's day? I'm not going to be on here very long this evening because if you checked in earlier today, this morning I was on because I wanted to make sure that I said my goodbye to Emma. She is uh, someone that I met at the gym and I worked out with just on a few occasions, but she was so cool and so giving, so friendly. She is a gym fanatic, man. She would come, her bag is full of gym goodies. It's just full of gym goodies, and she was always so cool and sharing them with me. And just no, no, here. Like, you want water? I have water. I have extra everything. It was just really cool. Not too many people would be that willing to share whatever they had with another person, and a lot of the things that we have in this world, it costs money. And I would absolutely understand why people, may not want to share things for whatever reason. You never know. Some people may have necessities and needs that you don't understand, and, gives them a reason why they can't give anything extra. So it was so cool just to be able to see her. And that's why I was at the gym extra early. I was at the gym I woke up at 7 o'clock and I got to the gym at 7:30 or something like that. And I took it real easy, but you guys kept me company. For those who were here early in the morning, you guys kept me company. And I didn't even give a good full workout. It was just one of those, oh, I'm so tired. I complained for the most part. But I did a few little reps here and there. It's not even memorable, but as I was leaving, I saw her on the treadmill. I was like, wait a second, there she is. And so she didn't get to the gym at 8 o'clock that I thought she would. But I know I heard she works late nights, so maybe she was working and was just tired. So I did get a chance to chit chat with her. And you guys, guess what? She surprised me at my book signing festival today. And it was so amazing. I was so thankful that she showed up. Again, you invite people to things and people have the word, but you never know. Things may come up. Hey, J Dog's in his house. Things may come up and they may not be able to make it. So the fact that when I saw her walking up, I was like, oh my goodness, Emma's here. I was just excited. I was excited. And it really was, it was very nice to see her. And whatever her next journey is in this life, I pray and wish her nothing but the best. It was great knowing her. I'm talking like I may never ever see her again, but who knows? I may end up moving somewhere and never seeing her again. So, if until we meet again, Emma, if you ever watch this replay or if you're watching live, I wish you the best, sis, and all the most and anything this life has to offer for you. I hope that you get it because you deserve it. Yes. So speaking of which, guys, I'm gonna tell you about my day. Oh, and that's part of my day. So then I felt like I was running late, and for some reason I was dragging the whole morning. I was just dragging. Normally I get to my events like at least an hour earlier because you never know if people are switching spots and all of that good stuff. So, but I got to the event, the book festival, by like 10-ish or 10:30-ish, and they still weren't even ready. Like the tables weren't set, the chairs weren't out. But I was like, wow, it's a good thing I wasn't rushing because if I was rushing, then I would have been rushing for nothing. But anyway, as I feel nowadays, everything ends up working out the way it's supposed to work out. And so it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. I had some great neighbors that sat next to me and across from me. Well, not across from me, but sat next to me on both sides. I had really cool neighbors. One was Mary. Shout out to Mary, because Mary, she makes sci-fi books, novels, and she does collections of short stories with different authors, and she edits her own books. And I mean, like she was a pleasure sitting next to. Hold on a second, I'm gonna get you the other author's name. She was telling her story about how she was saved from um, contracting HIV. So she was saved from contracting HIV. Jacqueline. Jacqueline was sitting on this is my left. Jacqueline was sitting on my left. Mary was sitting on my right. And the tables were like card tables. Card tables. So, that was cool. I'm going to put she gave me a cool bookmark, guys. Isn't that cool? Jacqueline's information, guys. So check her out. Check her out. This is her book. And I'm going to leave that up. So if you want to follow her on Instagram, you're more than welcome to. That's Jacqueline. She sat on my left-hand side. And what was so cool about Jacqueline, her and her daughter supported me. Her daughter did the video. If you guys have not seen the video that I posted, I remember last night I told you guys that I was, for some reason I didn't make it to being someone to speak about the book or to read pages from their book, but I was able to. The Shane, who was the curator of the event, came up to all of us and said, "Hey, an author canceled, so can you guys speak like maybe 10 minutes a piece?" I was like, "Well, if you want, I can go shorter so all of us can go." And so we all pretty much got a chance to speak. And this is Mary's card. Pretty card. It's nice and thick. Nice, got some girth to it. This is Mary, sci-fi fantasy author. So if you want to check her information out, you can. Hey, Palin, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. What up, kicking it with Karen? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, Rosie, how are you? Hope everybody's reaching their goals and meeting each other and getting to know each other. But guys, I'm just telling you a little bit about today's book festival. So if you have not seen the video, I posted the video of my reading at the event today. So I basically used book one and I read do like what I normally do with you guys. I flipped to whatever page that came up and I started reading them, the quotes. And some people were looking at me like, Others were just looking at me blank stares. You know how it is for all of us who speak. in public sometimes. And then there was a guy, the restaurant had the bar doors open. So there was a guy like, yeah, you know, but it was good because he was like a cheerleader. I took it that way. Um, so I was definitely excited about that. And so, yes, Jacqueline supported both her and her daughter bought socks. And her daughter, she's a high schooler. She was like, Mom, we're going to have crazy sock day. And I like the empanada socks. So she got the empanada socks. I was like, you better take care of them because you're going to be the only person in the world in your school, absolutely in your school, with those pair. And she was like, oh, but she was so sweet, so sweet. Um, Shout out to all the parents who are doing the best that they can raising their kids. And like these kids are coming out to be like amazing people. Like she was so helpful. She was respectful to her mom. Not once did I ever see her like, oh, Mom, or like, leave me alone. Like nothing like that. She was really cool. And she was hanging out with her mom. Her mom was trying to sell her books. Her book, she has part 1 and part 2, and part 3 is coming out in December. And this is just in case you need to see it again. The title of the book, HIV, It Could Have Been Me, Jacqueline D. Fairley. Yes, kicking it with Karen. I'm very proud of her. I forget what she wants. Oh, she wants to be a baker. Her daughter wants to be a baker. And I was like, girl, um, that's great. And so I encouraged her to post her baking pictures on Instagram, and she did today. So I was like, yes. So that was exciting to see and just to feel the love in the atmosphere. And let me go with what today's title is because I forgot at the moment. Giving your best. Guys, let me tell you about giving your best. See, like it seems like everything ties in, right? I had no idea that what my day was like was going to be the title of pretty much today's conversation. Hi, Just Me. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. It's so nice to see you. Check out everybody in the chat. Get to know them. They're all great people, and I'm sure you are great as well. I think I may have seen you yesterday in Team Build with Geo, um, or somebody else's chat. It's starting to get a little cloudy, but giving your best, guys. Like I've come to the realization that every situation that I go through or that you may go through may not be the ideal situation, but the outcome is up to you. Yes. Oh my goodness, that was so smart. The outcome of an ideal situation that you may go through is up to you. So in the beginning, I was a little disappointed that I wouldn't be able to speak about my book. And then I said, it's all right. It's all right because when you're at book festivals, it's cool to be an author that's able to go on the main stage and talk about your books because then that draws people to know who you are and then possibly buy your book or books. So I could have been bent out of shape and like mad. And it's two things, right? I could have been bent out of shape and mad that that didn't happen. Then the other thing, the tables were the size of a card table. I'm used to my little 6x10 or 6x whatever, the regular size 6-foot tables. I'm used to those tables, right? Because every event I go to, whatever book signing I've ever been to, I've always had my little 6-foot table or bigger. I could have used that and been upset about that, but I used it to my advantage. I'm going to show you a picture of what I did with that table to make it work because, guys, you would be surprised at what you can do with what you have. Let me show you. Let me show you. This, guys, was the size of my table. A little card table. I could have been upset. And in the beginning, I was trying to squeeze 2 tables together, but he was like, oh, there's 9 authors, and then we need to have all 9 tables. So they only brought enough tables for 9 authors. So I was like, dang. But you know what? I used that little card table. I configured my socks a certain way. I put some t-shirts out. I put my books out. I had my little sign up for my email list on there. Everything that I needed was on that table. And guess what? The things that I put on that table were the very things that people purchased. Some things, though, when I had the car trucks, I had the socks that had the trucks on it. I didn't have it out, but as people allowed me to talk about the different socks I had, I said, hey, well, I have these socks. Do you want to look at it? And they were talking, didn't answer me. So I pulled them out. And guess what? A sale was created. You can absolutely turn the outcome of any situation to the desired outcome that you want. It's all in your perspective and how you think about it, how you go about it, right? Because I was not given things that I was used to, but I ended up getting the opportunities that I needed. I needed to talk because after I spoke, I'm sure it sunk in other people's hearts what I said because I repeated those quotes at least 2 or 3 times so it could sink in. And I held the mic, I cupped the mic. So all you could hear was my voice and what was being said. I made sure I told them exactly what we end off with on Hello World every single night. I didn't allow any distractions to take me off of what was necessary at that moment for whoever was needed or was in need of what was being said. Because, guys, what we do doesn't always necessarily have to get a reaction. Because some people, it takes a little bit for that to churn in their head. So, anyway, fast forward. Older woman comes up to my table. She says, man, that presentation was good. Can I have both your books? Bam. I didn't even remember seeing her looking at me at the presentation. But I did remember, there was a restaurant behind me, Romanos, very, very good Italian food. Restaurant behind me was packed with people outdoor seating. Restaurant in front of me, packed with people at the bar and just seating. The whole of Grove Street probably heard me. The whole of Newark Pedestrian Plaza heard me because my dad was sitting all the way down where all the authors were sitting, and I had to be about maybe 50 feet away. He's like, I heard you guys clearly. And then the people that were in front of me, there were people that were cheering me on, like, not like cheering me on like go, go, but just cheering me on just to know that, giving me their attention, that if anybody isn't listening, at least you know that I am. Those people were like sitting there like, wow, snapping their fingers, shaking their heads. Then there was one girl to the right of me. She had on sunglasses, and every time I said a quote and I explained it, she kind of smiled. So I was like, okay, it's sinking in her. But there are so many people, guys, that do not believe they are beautiful. I am giving my best to let everybody know that is bigger than all of us. We have a creator, whoever you want to believe in, God, creator, whatever it is. If they thought it was important and necessary enough for us to be the very people that we are today, sometimes we, stray off of our purpose, but we're still important enough to be the individuals that we are, kicking it with Karen, Joy, Powwow, J Dog. If we were that important enough to be made, then you are beautiful. Because God don't make mistakes. Your creator or whoever it is does not make mistakes. And if you believe that, then you're not a mistake. Don't discount or take away your trials or tribulations, because eventually the outcome, once you learn how to focus and turn negative energy into a little bit more positive energy, you are making the best out of all your situations. My nose is itching, so that's why I keep on doing that. It's all about how you decide to make a situation go. You cannot blame people for anything. Yes, you can hold people accountable for the things that they do that may affect you. But in the end, what you do with how that affects you and how long it affects you is up to you. If you want to live with a negative feeling for the rest of your life, that is your fault. Look at all the stories that we hear of people who come through different trials, worse than anything that any of us have ever gone through. And still yet, they put a beautiful smile on their face. They are thriving in whatever it is that they're pursuing. And yet we still, those of us who decide to allow things to just keep us down, know the difference. You want me to use examples? Okay. Somebody we all know, Oprah Winfrey, raped up by her own family, had to abort her baby. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember her full story. But she did not have it easy. And look at her life now. She would not be Oprah if she allowed all of those experiences which were traumatic. I'm never taken away from that experience. The gravity of that experience, the gravity, whatever you want to call it, the gravity of it. I'm not taking that away from her at all. Maya Angelou. The brevity. Yes, the brevity. Bill Gates. My goodness. Both his parents passed away. How do you think that would be as a young adolescent without neither parent? And yet you still are able to triumph over all the things that can set you back. And you say, you know what? You may try to set me back, but guess what? My purpose is a little bit more than what I'm going to allow you to kill me with, right? Because it's me, you are in control of you. That is the only thing you can control. You no longer have the authority to blame anybody for why your life is not good. Look at all the people who allowed that why my life is not good to actually become an actuality. They did not allow that to be a reflection of who they truly are today. I will not allow any bad moments in my life to suppress me and bring me back to what used to be an unproductive human. I refuse to go back, and I refuse to let any situation fester for so long that it tends to break me down. I can't. There's too many other people out in this world that need to be inspired. And that is more important than my little nicks and knacks of nuances and irritations that life can do, because I will not allow those irritations or those nuances to affect and control me. No longer will they have control of me. And I'm telling you this because I believe if you also allow yourself to turn anything upside down from what was bad, man, you are well on your way to a victorious, productive life. And all the inspiration that will follow because you decided to chase that route of I am not allowing my bad times, my downfalls, my disappointments, my hurts, my breakdowns, my depression, whatever it is that fits under your umbrella of distractions. Because you are taking responsibility for yourself. And for once in our lives, let us all take responsibility for ourselves. Take responsibility for yourself. Everybody else isn't always the problem. Take responsibility for your feelings. Everybody isn't always the reason why your life is bad. They could contribute things, but guess what? You can say no longer will these actions trigger my life anymore. No matter how many times it comes up to try to take me down, I will never let those triggers ever affect me as much as they used to in my past. You are responsible for you. You are responsible for making your life the best life. Anybody could be like, wow, that's dope. I want to be that. I want to live that kind of a beautiful life. And that's where the responsibility is. There are so many people who are actually in worse positions than us who need that hope, but you refuse to get out of your own comfort zone and get out of your own funk and to get out of everybody, woe is me, did this to me. That those people are hanging in the wind and slowly but surely they're losing their grip. But if you would only come alongside of them and grab that arm so they can get their grip back and you can pull them back in. That's our responsibility, because I believe a lot of us are just fine, just a little hurt. But if we can take control of our emotions, our feelings, of our destination, we'll be so useful. So what choice do you have? All the choices in the world. It's up to you. If you want to live a beautiful life, do all the things that will make your life beautiful. Take control over, well, this experience in my life was bad because of X, Y. No. X, Y, and Z tried to stop me, but I'm stronger than my disappointments. I'm stronger than my hurts. I'm stronger than my pains. I'm stronger than the no's, the rejections that I consistently get. I'm stronger than that. And eventually those no's and those disappointments will turn into yeses in other places that were more vital for my development. If only you would just live the best and give the best that you could give. The point of being human is the fact that we're not always going to get it right. That's the point of being human. And I think the more we allow people to be human and remind ourselves that you also are human, it gives us a little room to breathe, gives us a little room for error. So, what will you choose, guys? What will you choose? How will you choose to live your life? How much are you willing to give? How much are you willing to spare? How much emotions are you willing to spare just so that you can have and give the best of yourself, to your environment, to your community, to this world? How much are you willing? Hi, Mr. V16. How are you? What's up, Norgus? How are you? Welcome to Hello World. I appreciate every single one of you that come in to Hello World. And I like to throw this out there though, but if any of you would like to be and talk about everything and anything with me on a panel discussion about whatever topic you'd like to talk about, please let me know. Email me at info@bethedifferencellc.com and we can schedule a cool interview. Some of you have already seen the interviews that I've done with different people, and I've learned so much from other people's experiences. And I want to learn more. I don't want to just be me all the time. I want to have other people around to give me insightful things to think about and to talk about. So please join me. Yes. Join me one day. Anna! Nice to see you. Good morning and good evening. Anna was with me at my workout today. Shout outs to Anna. As a reminder too, guys, check out that video I posted from my reading of quotes that make you say, oh, from Instagram to your hand, which you can easily get in the description down below. Telling you, man, if a book can inspire me and I just happen to be the person to write it, dang, that's a big deal. Because I'm very hard to please. Yeah, I said it. I'm very hard to please. Guys, please feel free to share the chat out so we can have more people join us. Hey, AK, what's going on? Welcome to Hello World. Yes, kicking it. It was tiny, very tiny. But guess what? You can do a lot with a little. You can do a lot with a little. And I hope that it was quality. And it was. It was quality. It was quality. I harassed one person to buy something because she she was another vendor, nonprofit vendor who I had met last week at the All About Downtown Street Fair. And she pretty much just shoved her flyer in my face. This time she tried to shove it in my face. I was like, look, I said last week you already got a flyer from you. I said, now are you going to support me? Sometimes you just have to do that to people, but know who to do it to. And she's like, okay, you got me this time. You got me. So I was like, okay. But she was cool. I never expected for her to actually to come through and actually buy something. And she got the humanity. She got the pro-choice, pro-life, let's choose humanity sock. And I was very excited about that. So even though I kind of gave her a hard time, she did support. And I was excited about that. And then there was one person who did support as well. I ran out of my Hayden's Heart cards. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know Hayden's Heart, the charity. She was like, I know because I was there. I was like, oh, my goodness, that was so dope. From time to time, I'll meet a supporter. And I don't like to call people customers. I like to call them supporters, right? Hey, Eva. What's going on, Eva? I like to call supporters instead of customers, but she was like, yeah, I know all about Hayden's Heart. And like from time to time, I will meet people in different areas of New Jersey, wherever I am, that say, yeah, I know that charity. And it makes me so excited to know that they're making an impact, that their vision is making such an impact. As much as I'm trying my best to make an impact with the different sales, right? I don't come out and just say, "Oh, I donate to charity," just because I don't want people to feel like they're obligated to buy something because I donate to charity. So I wait till the end after they've purchased because I like people to know that they purchased something because they wanted to. And then it's a sugar or a cherry on top with some whipped cream and nuts, and then some sprinkles and maybe some fudge. Well, I don't eat chocolate anymore, but like back in the day, it used to be that fudge. Okay, not the fudge, but the chocolate drainage that turned hard when it hit ice cream. Oh my goodness. Anyway, for them to know that their monies are not just going into the pocket of my business, but also to important charity that I believe is important. Hey, Artfully Yours, how are you? Thank you. I don't make this one anymore. They're now just glow in the dark, Artfully. And it actually is different. The one that I have, this is like one of my first few designs that I got made. Right? So the ones that I make now have my trademark. Wait, they have my trademark in the exclamation point. The trademark is there. And then um there's a little bit more definition in the letters so you can read it a little better. Hey, Tim! That's what they do. Not Hello World. YouTube sometimes does that, but thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Artfully Yours, I'm so glad I came in your chat that day because when I saw a bear, I forget his name, but the bear guy, man, he came back that night into my chat and was throwing some more gems and some more poetry. I really appreciate him. I really do appreciate him. I appreciate him. Yes, magic shell. But Eva, I don't eat chocolate anymore, so magic shell doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Okay, fine. Some once in a while I'll indulge in chocolate, but not often. Like when that once in a while comes, it's like really like maybe once every 3 to 6 months. Like I've really cut back on my chocolate intake, but I eat a lot of sugar wafers and potato chips. Sorry. Hey, but it is what it is, right? But guys, I try to give my best in every situation. Sometimes I'm just so drained to the point where I'm just like, man, I don't want to do anything anymore. I'm so tired. Like, when I get my little woe is me, like, when is somebody gonna come around to help me? When is somebody gonna come around just to be and fill the needs and the voids that I have? When I get into my little pity party moments too, but even when I'm in those party moments, I know that there's somebody else that needs an encouraging word more than my little sorrows and woes. So that's what keeps me going. And I don't know if my dad ever watches me on YouTube, but if he ever does, I just want him to know how I appreciate how much he's been there for me, a supportive parent, a great parent, because not all parents are there for their children. And I am very thankful and blessed that he will be there for me. He will most times drop what he's doing just to help me. Hence why I don't ask him much because I know he would do that and I don't want him to always do that. But guys, when you have parents who will give you their best, you need to appreciate that and be thankful for every moment that they're sitting in the wayside, just sitting there cheering you on silently or loudly. And for parents, when you have your children who come alongside you and show you all the support, because there was an 85-year-old woman who was an author. Her son came to help her set up. Her son and his wife came to help her set up. They sat by the wayside, proud of all the things that his mother is doing at her age, and stood by the wayside as a support system. So it's twofold. When we have people who are willing to support us in all of the things that we do, never, ever forget them. Never, ever forget that they may have sacrificed their time just to be there for you. Just like how you guys sacrifice your time to be here with me almost every night when you could be doing other things. That is something I will never forget. Anyway, I'm not, I already planned on not being on here long because I haven't eaten yet for the day. I made my lunch for tomorrow, but I haven't eaten. So I'm going to probably go and buy something to eat. But guys, if you have not taken anything away from what we talked about this evening or what I said, please know, give your best. Work beyond your faults and your flaws and all of the disappointments that may surround you. And still give your best because you never know who needed your best and how giving your best will make the moments of disappointments no longer moments. I am here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. We talk about everything and anything. The idea is that the more we talk about things that are uncomfortable sometimes, the more we can heal from them in our own personal lives or just getting a different perspective of how someone who is actually going through those things may feel. Take what we learn and apply it to your life and all the people out there that need it. Because there are so many people that need a little bit of hope. And if you can provide a little bit of hope, you have just flicked that flame and somebody's going to blow that fire and make it a blaze, an inferno. So again, if you ever want to get to know anything about me, or if you want to purchase any of my books, or if you want to purchase t-shirts or clothing, check the links down below. There have been amazing people that have been a part of Hello World. Their links are down below as well to their episodes and any other way you would like to contact them. There are also people that are regular YouTubers that I would love for you to check out as well in the links down below. Last but not least, you guys are beautiful. You are amazing. There is absolutely no mistake about you. None. I want you to go to bed and wake up refreshed and let go of all of the past that has ever hurt you. Ooh, that's a challenge. That is a challenge that I want you to accept and absolutely try your best to do. Because that's what's weighing a lot of us down is our past faults and failures. Stop allowing them to get the best of you because the best of you is more valuable than that. It's more precious than that. It's more necessary than that. It's more needed than that. So until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, signing out on another episode of Hello World.